What up, though? Welcome to the Groundwaves podcast, hosted by yours truly, Murs. Every episode, we share an inside look at Groundwaves Hip Hop, the nation's premier hip hop community development movement, which I founded in 2019. The movement, like this podcast, is all about mentorship, growth, and what happens when you create a safe space, but not a fake space, for hip hop to breathe. Let's get into it. Welcome to the new episode of the Groundwaves podcast. This is the week of June 16th, the year of our Lord 2026. Groundwaves is coming back to Chicago the last week of this month, kicking it off June 23rd at Co-Prosperity with the open mic. Our guest this month is none other than Recognize of Mayday Strange Music fame. The following day, the 24th of June, Wednesday, at Co-Prosperity Sphere, 3219 South Morgan, we will have Vitamin D, legendary producer from Seattle. Thursday, I'm going to do mentorship. Friday, we're going to a Chicago Sky game. That's Friday the 26th. Saturday the 27th is the Overflow, where you can pop up. Our guest on Sunday is going to come through and do just one jam for y'all, because everyone needs to see the legendary Medusa, who will also be rocking on the 28th of June at the National Public Housing Museum, 919 South 8th Street, 1 to 4 p.m. All ages free. That's Groundwaves Generations. They'll have an installation from the Floating Museum. Now, if you can't make it to Chicago this month, try to make it next month. It's the last week of every month is Groundwaves. But when you do make it to Chicago, make sure you check out the Floating Museum. They're putting up a huge life-size inflatable building of a historic building in Chicago that was important to the Black community that they destroyed in the name of advancement, but it gets to live again. It's phenomenal. It's like a bounce house for history, but you can't bounce in it. But it's the size of the actual building, a replica. You got to see. Check out Floating Museum whenever you can in Chicago. Welcome to the Groundwaves podcast, where we talk about the community, the culture, and the come up. My guest today is Oswin Benjamin. To paint a picture, we're in the National Public Housing Museum once again, but we're today in the rec room, where it has records from every artist that grew up in American public housing, and you can take the record and scan it on this magical table, and then on this beautiful, huge, big screen television will pop up a picture and the history and the name of that person's project, that artist. So we've been doing that, so that's where we're sitting today. This is an amazing artist. Tell the people about yourself, Oswin Benjamin.
I am from New York, Brooklyn, New York born. I grew up upstate, grew up in the church. I sang in all of the competitions. I was, if you've seen Sister Act, I was just
going to bring up some Brother Act.
Brother Act, for sure.
One or two?
Two.
Brother Act 2.
Brother Act 2, that's me. Grew up in the church, very, very interesting dynamic. Funny that I ended up stumbling on rap because we couldn't listen to that in the crib at all.
Like, how did a brother from the church end up on tour with me years later? That's, because that's the come up. Not that I'm the pinnacle of you coming up, being on tour with me, but
I'll be honest with you, it might be, bro.
But you felt real comfortable, man. So let me tell you, I've never had, in my history of touring, I've taken out Ab-Soul, Prof, different people you may have heard of that have gone on to destroy me and career success, as Oswin, I hope, does as well. Never in the history of extremely talented people that I brought on the road has someone made their own merch. I showed up to my show at the Rock. Oh, this nigga got his tour. So not only did you not grow up with rap, but you got comfortable real quick.
Man, so your tour was the first tour I ever went on.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell.
Ever in my life. And I commemorated that tour by getting it tattooed on my ribcage. I was like, I never want to forget this.
Yeah, in a random strip mall in Boise, Idaho. That's a whole nother.
In Idaho. And I said, why not? Right.
Boy from upstate New York. What are your roots?
Oh, man.
You're too dark skinned to just be New York.
Nah, so my father is West Indian from Guyana, and my mother's from London. And this is a testament on how much, you probably should learn about your family history, because I think it stops there for me.
Your home is the church, as far as she was concerned. That's what you need. You need to know about that.
I don't care what your birth certificate says. It's church.
You're from the kingdom.
You're from the kingdom. Yeah, this is where you're from.
Should we say it?
Yeah.
You're heaven sent. Even
you, Murs, you're heaven sent.
Praise God.
Praise God. But it's not funny. God bless that guy and his future endeavors. But yes, very much heavy in church, which is also interesting. So just about Oswin Benjamin, right? So I wasn't supposed to be here. My older brother wasn't supposed to be here. My little sister wasn't supposed to be here. So the doctor told my mom she had like a barren womb, so she wasn't supposed to have no kids. So my mom, very young, she was having a tough one with that information. And the whole church thing came about because I think there was a time where she wanted to like end it. Went to jump in front of like a train. There was nobody on the platform, but she was like, somebody grabbed her and pulled her back. There was nobody else there on the train.
Wow.
And she was just like, this has got to be something. That was her introduction. So her and my dad, they get together, and, this pregnancy thing is now, she's pregnant now with my older brother.
And she was told she couldn't
supposed to do it. So now all of this is like, nah, God's got to be a thing for sure.
So he snatched her off the platform.
Yeah, God snatched her out the platform and threw her in the church. You know what I mean?
And then put a baby in her with your dad's assistance.
Yes, my dad helped for sure. I'm not like
he did the fun part.
Conception. Yeah, I'm not he did the fun part. So then my brother came, and then after that happened, she got pregnant with me 5 years later. And then my sister 6 years later after that. So growing up in the church was like, man, I know y'all not supposed to be here because of what I was told. So I need to instill this thing in you guys in hopes that you learn about it more for yourself as you get older. So
just happy to be here.
Yeah, man, because I'm not supposed to.
So, and did you grow up hearing this?
I wasn't supposed to have y'all, so I'm going to be extra. My mom was really fear-based because she's just like, I need to protect this thing that I was never supposed to have.
Of course, it's a gift.
So like, we didn't listen to rap. We didn't do none of that in the crib. I thought I was going to be a gospel nigga, bro. I thought I was going to be Fred Hammond or Kirk Franklin. Now that you're talking about it, that was actually like my introduction into like music and performing. We had this group it was me and my brother and my god brothers. We had a group called A Voice of Joy. We had merch. We had turtlenecks.
The VOJ turtlenecks?
We had the thick turtlenecks with the screen print. It was a dove.
So how many is it? I thought it was just you and your brothers.
Nah,
your brother and your sister.
It's me. It was me, my brother, my two god brothers, and a friend of theirs. So like, we had a run in the 90s.
So how many was?
Probably 5.
Is there gonna be people that be like, oh, you know the dude from Voice of Joy?
I don't think it was that. We did have like a very, very small buzz around the city.
So like when you had a run, like you were just running through the churches in New York.
We were doing churches. We was doing like schools. We had a dance called a Pepper Seed that we did, and we just did like old Kirk Franklin songs on stages. We were like a cover group, but 5 of us, and it was incredible. And we got to the point where like word got around. We were supposed to cut a demo with Patti LaBelle, and then the whole group dismantled.
So you started at age 5. What age was this when Voice of Joy?
No, so I started like I was singing in a group at 5. I didn't do too much on stage stuff because I was constantly in trouble at the time. I was a very bad kid. So it was just like, you're going to come to these shows, but you're going to watch. And when you're good, we'll put you on stage. We'll let you sing a little bit.
Well, we can't take the risk. You might act up there.
You might have a Ray J moment, or you might go on there, have a Kanye moment at 5. Let's just keep you in the pews.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
don't stay off of Twitter.
Yeah, like for sure. One of those things. Somebody take this nigga's phone.
Yeah.
One of them. Right. But yeah.
So you watching Voice of Joy, and when did you get up on stage?
I had a couple times where I performed, but like the singing thing, it was just like that was my introduction to like being on a stage and things like that.
How did that feel for you?
From what I remember, it feels similar to how it feels now. Still get the nerves, still like, oh man, what's gonna happen? But I think back then I didn't have an idea of a gift. It was just go on stage and do what these people are doing. So it was just like, man, I get to be in front of people. I think now it's more intentional.
Did you like being in front of people?
I loved it.
Okay.
So that was my introduction. So I'm just like, we did like singing competitions. I was traveling, singing in churches and all types of stuff.
Like singing lead?
Yeah, bro. Like I was a singing nigga. Like my mom sings, right?
Okay. So we left that out.
I do know that.
Okay. See, there you go.
She sings and she's nice. My dad is a bass player.
Oh. So your Guyanese father,
yes, is a bass player,
and your mother is a
singer.
Singer.
My mother actually was singing in London, and she had the opportunity to go on tour. And
do you know with who?
I don't know with who.
See, these are the thing.
But I probably should.
Homework.
But she told me why she didn't go on tour. So my grandfather, he told my mom, right, because she got this like, yo, we want you to come open up or whatever. And he told my mom, people how diabolical this is. Right? You have a dream, tell your dad, right? There's concerns as a parent, but I think there's ways to do it. This nigga told my mom, and what's diabolical is how he already played this out in his brain. He said, yo, wow, that's good news. Do me a favor. I need you to go upstairs to your room. I need you to close your eyes, and I need you to just picture all of those people screaming your name, because that's as close as the tour as you're going to get. You didn't have to do it like that.
That's his way of saying never in a million years.
You're not going. Why would you do that like that? Yo, bro, that's crazy. Oh, wow, congrats. Do me a favor. Go upstairs and close your eyes.
And you know what? You know how I can feel like that's a Jamaican dude told me this, and I feel like that's where I can almost guarantee he's Caribbean. Because dude said, oh, word? He's like, chill out. Let me take a couple steps back. No, further. Get a running start and jump back into your mother. Like I said something to him so proud.
Yo.
That's the same vibe. Like, oh, great. Because he said, yo, can you do me a favor real quick?
Like, why?
Take a couple steps back.
And the genius part about that is you knew what you were going to do by the time she told you this news. You calculated all of that and said, this is how.
This is very, very Caribbean.
This is how I'm going to drop the
Go up to your room.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we're still here, I need you to go up there, right? And when you get there, just close your eyes. Just picture it.
So now we're back to Voice of Joy. So you said Patti LaBelle's looking at y'all?
Yeah. My family ended up moving upstate. The whole group.
Oh, where were you before this?
Brooklyn.
Oh, so you were born in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Brooklyn church scene is kind of crazy.
It was very West Indian.
Yeah, it's legendary. Like, there's a lot of churches in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we went to a church called Daybreak on Remsen. Daybreak Pentecostal Church, man.
Ooh, it was wild in there.
Yeah, it was.
Did your dad play in the church?
Yep.
And your mom sang in the church?
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all sang in the church?
Yep.
If you're a hip-hop head without not a lot of familiarity with black soul music, the Outkast song, I want to show you how I feel. Like that range, that octave only belongs to Patti LaBelle. It's in the DNA. So for those, I always have to like culture translate, like Joni Mitchell for y'all. I didn't know who Joni Mitchell or any of these people were until Q-Tip sampled her.
Gotcha. Rod
Stewart's just a name to me. You know, I couldn't tell you. Stevie Nicks, who?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know none of that shit.
I know.
And then they'll play it and they'll be like, of course. And I'll be like, absolutely not. Freddie Jackson?
Right.
You want my lady?
Come on.
There's nothing that I'd rather do than spend every moment with you. Yes, you should know.
But so anyway, Patti LaBelle, it's a big deal.
Very big deal. And then the group broke up. And then my brother was
Did
just
it because of like the Patti, like did people start a lot of, and because this is a podcast for up and coming artists, like when the contract comes or when the big name comes into the picture is when a lot of splits happen. Like when something big is about to happen, everybody, oh, I gotta sign this, or who's gonna own this? Like you get people. Is that what happened?
So because I was so young when it happened, I don't know. All I know is that the name was floating around. Patti LaBelle wanted to do this thing. I'm old enough to know who Patti LaBelle was. And then we ended up moving upstate.
Damn.
So I don't.
So these are the stories I still need you. Another story I need you to get. What happened? To Patti LaBelle, Voice of Joy.
I have no idea. And it's one of the things that like we didn't really speak about after. It just, oh yeah, we moved upstate.
And when you say upstate
Newburgh, New York.
Newburgh, is that close to Nauru, New Rochelle?
Kinda. It's more like Kingston.
So yeah, that's a beautiful
Fishkill.
And my friend that's a bass player lives there. Daryl Jennifer from Bad Brains. He's from that area. He lived Kingston and Woodstock.
Fire. Okay.
Plays a lot of golf up there. But he's a bass player and he's real. So maybe it's a place bass players go because it's a real chill part.
It's a place where bass players go.
Black bass players go.
They just go upstate. Just get out of here.
Because it's chill. Like it's super lit. It's beautiful up there.
Very, very calm.
So now they took you. I'm gonna get real blasphemous, but like they took you to the Garden of Eden. Because when I go, like my kids went there last summer, and it was like this is how humans should be. There's greenery. I don't know what part of you were in, but like
nah, we were in the it's the city of Newburgh, and then like the towns on kind of like the outskirts. So
a town.
Yeah, we were in the town of New Windsor.
So you were a townsperson. Town folk. You went from Brooklyn to how old were you when you made this transition?
8.
So from 8 years old, you went from a Brooklyn N-word to being a townsperson.
Yeah, which was very, very interesting because and I think this goes to show the effect that like where you're from has on you once you're at an age of awareness. So like even being in Brooklyn at 8 years old, when I tell you like, and I hate when like, yeah, you know, I was the kid who like I don't take pride in the things that I did, but I feel like the environment allowed me to do things that I shouldn't have been doing. I had a very heightened sense of like anger as a kid. I was a very angry kid, just because of such a level of trauma that I just held in.
What were you mad? I think too is like when you said like when you're 8 years old, like you're aware of where you grew up.
There's nothing you have to be angry about. So I think it was purely environmental.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's what people are like, oh, you didn't really grow up in Brooklyn. You were 8 years old. But I was like, when you're 8 years old, I know now too, because I have an 8-year-old or soon to be 8-year-old in a couple of days, and I have a 13-year-old. If you have a 13-year-old that grew up, we live in Inglewood, California, like all of his energy, the energy of the house is Inglewood as well. Like it's not like, oh, you didn't really get a chance to live. Like, no, all of your brothers, your mothers, your father's experiences in Brooklyn. You were very Brooklyn.
Right.
Because it's not like you were one. Like
Yeah.
Like,
I grew up we left when I was able, like I had experiences.
Yeah.
Like granted, like, elementary school, middle school, high school. Yeah, we did that upstate. And then I moved back to the city.
Okay, so we could dwell a long time because you've had a full life.
Right.
And the funny thing is like maybe that's how, I like to tell these stories too because like I just picked you off the internet to open up for me. But we have that same I came from Linwood, California, which is like Compton adjacent. Like
okay.
I could walk to the Compton swap meet and all that other stuff. Like
Got you.
And so Watts, Compton, like the hood area of LA, especially in the 80s, 90s. And then we moved to, I don't know how white Newburgh is, but like we moved to a very white suburban neighborhood. And I brought this aggression. So first day of summer camp, wow, I'm taking off. Like,
and then like constant suspensions when I was like upstate. Cause it's just like, I'm trying to, and it's this weird pride that I had in being from Brooklyn at a young age. And again, like it's gotta be purely environmental because It's not like I was listening to Jay-Z and he was the guy who...
But I think that's the thing is like people, the where Brooklyn at and all that didn't start because of hip hop. It was there. Hip hop gave a voice to it.
Right.
I had to educate people when I toured. Like, no, Bloods and Crips didn't start because of Eazy-E.
Yeah, they was there. And
it was given a voice. Like there was something in the culture or the trauma of being black in Brooklyn, or, you know, there was something about being black in Brooklyn that made it be where Brooklyn at. And there's always somebody from Brooklyn, and they're always very happy to let you know they're from Brooklyn.
that we from there.
And I'm sure that at this point now we've had so many great minds come out of Brooklyn that someone's analyzed and there's a paper on. Someone's done their thesis on it. I'm sure of it.
Has to.
So, but you're taking that energy
up there
to to the town of
What
is the town again?
Town of New Windsor, but
New Windsor.
Went to school, and so Newburgh was like the city part.
Being from a town, and once you get upstate New York, there's actual villages. Like there's towns. So a town is one step above a village.
Yeah, it was where we lived, it was completely different. First time I seen like deer or like rabbits, I'm just like, oh, these things really exist. So like it was a shock. And then I took that, like you said, that energy with me in schools. Like,
so there's no rap yet.
No rap at all. Just rap nigga energy.
Right. The energy that's what rap didn't create this. Hip hop didn't create this energy.
Mm-mm.
And so I guess I'm going to skip probably some vital information, but
we good.
How does rap come into the household?
So I always loved words, poetry, like even in school, like I would be in poetry competitions and they put it in newspapers and things like that. Always love words. I love how you can say one thing and then put a tone behind the same, like words don't change, but a tone behind the word can dictate how somebody's going to feel. You know what I mean? Like
you do that a lot in your raps.
Things like, I love it. I can say one thing, Murs, I feel like, you know, maybe not that shirt. Or Murs, like, why the fuck would you, it's just, I'm telling you the same thing. But it's just like how I say it and what I'm saying. It's just like, oh, people can feel things off of that. So like love words, love breaking words down, things like that. Cool, whatever. So, like I did a song when I was like 14. My first rap, it was like a Christian rap.
But wait, where did you hear rap for the first? Was Christian rap the first rap you heard?
It was the first rap I heard.
Well, what is it? Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, so Cross Movement, Gospel Gangsters was another
one. That's the big homies?
Yeah, bro. I'm about to say from your side.
Yeah.
Yep, Gospel Gang. Like, so that was my introduction to rap.
In the lab again. Young lads getting bad with the pad and pen. Holy culture, a fabulous fabric blend. God's people got a fashion sense that are taking passion trends and get passionate with passages from the text while we passing it. Though we not highly paid to perform, that don't stop us from stepping on stages galore. You can take away the stage in a studio booth, pull the label execs and the loot they recoup. That don't change what we slang. We not your usual group. We only jump for the Lord, so we don't jump through the hoops. I see the culture's distress.
So at some point, mom let rap in the house.
Right, but I don't think she fully understood what it was. Because when we listened to it, we wasn't listening to it loud.
So you had to sneak even the Christian rap in the house?
Right. So my mom, and I had this conversation with her, no lie, bro, probably like a month ago. She was like, my understanding of rap was it was only this thing that glorifies terrible things. So I don't think she fully understood the concept of Christian rap. Because she put rap in a place where it's only demeaning and demoralizing and it's this terrible thing. So when my first rap ever, like for real that I went and recorded, because I would write like diss poems to like my friends and stuff.
Wait, diss to your friends?
Yeah.
How are your friends if you're making diss?
We were having a good time. It was a website called Jam Glue.
Okay, this is where you get into the community. So we're saying now how the culture was introduced to you. You lived in Brooklyn, that's the culture.
Mm-hmm.
But then the actual rap was through Christian rap, and we got some of those names. And now this is where your Jam Glue is where you're building community. Because you definitely didn't have a hip hop community, I'm assuming, in Newburgh.
Not in the slightest. So
was this a website, a message board?
So Jam Glue was like, it was a website where you can record directly on to the website. Like if you didn't have a mic, you can use a mic from your computer. So me and my good friend, Spencer Trotman, closest friend that I have. So like he came to the house one time and we were just cracking on each other, cracking jokes. We found this website And he went to the crib, and I'm like, I wrote a verse, recorded this verse, and sent it to him on Jam Glue. And we were sending each other diss tracks back and forth, like out of sport. And it was hilarious.
Battling was your first foray into actual rap.
Yes. So not even battling. So this is, all right, we go into college now. I always had a really good time like mimicking people. So like Akon, I would do talent shows. I'm singing like John Legend at these talent shows. This is like high school getting into college. So like making fun of people, studying inflections was like cool for me. So when I went to college, my brother went to that college first.
What college is this?
A Bible college, Nyack College.
What is it? Nyack?
Yep, Nyack in Rockland,
New
County.
York?
Yep.
So the city of Nyack has a college for Bible.
The college is not there anymore.
What happened?
They got rid of it.
Is your accreditation still relevant?
I'm not going back to college. Doesn't matter.
Oh, so you dropped out?
Kicked out.
So you graduated from high school. Did you ever record a song? Did you start writing songs?
I did. I remember the first rap that I actually wrote.
Not Jam Glue. This is
not Jam Glue. This is the first joint. I was in this like little rap group. I was the youngest one. It was me and these two niggas who were grown, and they were terrible.
Yo, B, this is coming out.
It's fine. I'm not lying, you know. But yeah, I remember the first rap that I wrote, and it wasn't good.
But it was still better than theirs.
I gotta say.
To these adults.
Yeah.
So how does an adult get a kid into a rap group?
So they were going to my church at the time too. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're still in the church. When did you get out of the church?
I don't think I ever fully got out. But I started making this transition, I guess, college. And that started from there was this dude from Harlem, love him, his name is Pierre. And Pierre was a regular, typical fly Harlem nigga. I'm talking A solos, Pellies, Maury's.
So this is fly in 08.
Yes, very much so. You know what I mean? But yeah, them A solos, it was a whole thing. So Pierre, he gets to the lunchroom, and by the time I get to college, everybody knows me because I was going to visit my brother while he was there because he was there first. So by the time I was a freshman, I knew everybody that was on campus. So I'm Joel's little brother, crack jokes, play basketball, whatever. So when I get there, Pierre's a freshman, and he like rap a little bit. So we freestyling or whatever, and he's cutting my ass. So everybody who know me, they just like, Oz, you're not gonna let that happen. This is the first time like I'm talking like freestyle in front of people, and you know that like stream of consciousness you get where you're just like, oh man, it's gotta be like 45 seconds to a minute. And my thoughts are just,
you're that far ahead.
Yo, I'm going crazy. So I'm talking about what he got on. I'm talking about his hair. He had braids, but they was fuzzy.
Oh, so this is your comeback. He lit it up.
He lit it up, and I'm responding to him.
Oh, I thought you did another one you had to go home and come back.
No. This was on the spot, and we hear they like, you can't let him, whatever. So we going back and forth.
This is in Nyack.
This is in Nyack College. Cafeteria's going crazy. So there was a producer that was there. He ended up being a good friend of mine for some years, and he was just like, yo, bro, you should rap. And I was like, nigga, I don't rap. I'm a singer. And he was like, yo, I make beats. Oh,
you turned down.
Yeah. He said, I make beats. I said, don't send me no rap beats. Send me R&B beats. But I didn't understand song structure. So the first song that I ever recorded by myself, it was like 8 minutes long. It had like 6 hooks and verses because I wanted to tell this story and it needed to be. And it was terrible because I didn't have an air of my own for melodies. So like you could sing, but you don't have a melodic air. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me try this rap thing. So made a song called...
The producer shot you down?
No, he sent me the R&B joints because he was just like, these aren't going to be good. You're going to want to rap. So he knew.
But you sent him the 8-minute song back.
I sent it to another friend of mine. And yes, I also sent it to him. And he was just like, I get it. And this is when I was still writing in a notebook. So like I'm in the booth and I just turn in pages because I'm just like.
Oh, so where do you go to record this?
So they had a studio at Nyack too. So I recorded that first record in the studio. in Nyack.
And who was engineering this session?
Jonathan Barrios, right? Good friend of mine, also a photographer.
You did some harm to him.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
But he was into the story.
Okay, good.
Because I like writing. But it's just like I'm listening to the story for the sake of listening to the story. And at that time, by the time I'm actually in college, this is when I get introduced to rap for real. So that was, shout out to Rob Rosa.
So yeah, sorry, no disrespect to cross movement.
Yeah.
But when's the first time you heard real rap?
So that has to be around, when did my brother go to Nyack?
So your parents were able, because in Brooklyn they wouldn't have been able to keep it from you, but in New Windsor, they were able.
Matter of fact, I'm lying. I got into it for real, college. The first CD that I had that wasn't rap, that wasn't gospel, whatever, it was a little Bow Wow CD. And I snuck it into the house and I listened to it with the volume all the way down. And when my mom came, I turned it off.
That's the best way. That's the best way to probably listen to a little Bow Wow in general. Even as an adult.
Shad, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm disrespecting. He beat me in Madden once. I'm still upset.
Got you. So, okay. Hey, that has nothing to do with me. I love that guy.
So,
but yeah, that was the first.
So this is your house is so strict that living on the edge, not bringing in the Jay-Z tape, not an MOP.
Nah, man.
There are many people in Brooklyn that you could have brought in.
Bow Wow.
But Columbus, I think it's Columbus, Ohio's own.
Shad Moss.
Shad Moss.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
He had to creep at a low speed with that.
Yeah, don't get caught with that. So that was my that was the first, and then from there it was like, from there you discover like this is, LimeWire phase. So I'm like deep diving, and then I visit my brother in school. I get put on the Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco changed everything from everything. That was my real introduction into rap. And I'm glad that I heard it then, because I was able to be at an age where I could understand what was going on. And this is also, and then as I'm getting older and I'm seeing now, like after it's Lupe, now I'm like, I didn't hear Reasonable Doubt for the first time until like 2008. And even though it was made in 96, in 08, I'm just like, this is crazy. So like, I think the first time I heard Jay-Z was on Pressure from Lupe Fiasco's first studio album.
So the first time you hear Jay-Z is on a song with Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah. And then I go back. And then I'm becoming because the dude who gave me the beat, he's a historian.
So a kid from Brooklyn, let's just say, this is how beautiful hip hop is. A kid from Brooklyn was introduced to one of the greatest rappers in the history of the world, but definitely one of the greatest rappers from New York.
Yep.
Via a kid from the west side of Chicago. His debut album introduced a kid from Brooklyn to arguably the greatest rapper, one of the greatest rappers from Brooklyn. I don't want to step on any toes.
Right.
So the pen is mighty than the sword, my lord. My first picture was a lineup, now I'm on the Forbes. And I still remain an artiste through these all. If you force my hand, I'll be forced to draw. If the war calls for...
I was stuck in study mode from that point on.
But you're in college when you were studying rap.
Yeah, that's why I got kicked out.
But all y'all are Christian motherfuckers supposed to be learning about the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely learning about God, but it's just like, man, but these are also, so that was my introduction to Nyack. When I got to Nyack, there was people from different walks of life, older people, whatever, just like, I love Jay-Z. Yo, you never heard this? So Spencer Trotman. But yeah, me and Spence would go visit my brother when he was because he was in college before us. And Rob Rosa was the one who was just like, yo, you ever heard of Lupe Fiasco? And then that was my introduction. And this is the guy who taught me how to write, how to use my imagination, all of that, right? So, boom. From there, I'm learning like, oh, shoot, I don't need to be a 50 Cent per se in order to make rap music. Because once I started listening to the Jay-Z's and the Biggies and things like that, my writing started to change a little bit. It's like, oh, I can kill people in records. I'm starting looking up the name of guns, Metal Gear Solid and stuff, and how creatively I could kill niggas. Like it was the craziest thing. And then, so I'm introduced to Lupe, and through the Lupe, I'm listening to everything else. And now I'm just like, yo, you can do way more cooler things with words than I thought. So then I started.
Well, you can do in rap because you already knew you could do cool things to rap
Right.
with words from poetry.
And this is not killing nobody or nothing.
But you didn't equate that to being able to be done in rap.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like, this is crazy. So like, I'm just thinking of the most creative things that I can say. And then you come across a Lupe Fiasco who can win a Grammy off a song about a walking robot. Daydream with him and Jill Scott, that joint won a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's building this robot from the ground up.
As a spy from behind my giant robot's eyes, I keep him happy cause I might fall out if he cries. Scared of heights so I might pass out if he flies. Keep him on autopilot cause I can't drive. Room enough for one, I tell my homies they can't ride unless they're sitting on the shoulders, but that's way too high. Let's try not to step on the children. The news cameras filming this walking project building. Now that's selling like right around the toes and the crackhead's bag at about the lower leg. There's crooked police that's stationed at the knees and they do drive-bys like up and down the thighs. And there's a car chase going on at the waist. Keep a vest on my chest. I'm sitting in my room as I'm looking out the face. Something to write about. I still got some damage from fighting the White House. Just a daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers. For a couple of hours.
And I'm like, this nigga built a robot. So I can be creative as I'm writing now. So now I'm writing stories and things like that. And I'm learning song structure. The thing with Lupe is when I first started the reason I'm just like so lyrical, whatever the case is, because from there I'm listening to Mos Def. I'm listening to Talib Kweli. I'm listening to Royce da 5'9". I'm listening to Black Thought. I'm listening to all of the most lyrical niggas in the world. And I'm like, this is the guy that I want to be.
An amalgamation of all these lyrical.
Right. And it's so weird because, you know, when you don't know something in the beginning, you try to like formulate it so that you know how to pull that thing. So Nas was a big influence early on too. But because I'm like still young and I'm trying to figure it out, I'm just like, I want people to think that I'm nice. So I'm just going to rap about like stars and pyramids and then that's going to get them. So my first raps outside of like killing people in imagination, it was so many Orion belt schemes and Big Dipper and all of the things. I'm just like, I want to convince people that I'm good. And then like, but through all of these little avenues, I'm finding what I sound like. And then you come across your Kendricks and your Coles and your Mac Millers and then it's like, yo, I feel like I'm in a place where I can learn from everybody and develop my own thing at the same time.
But at no point you're in a Christian college and
right.
And none of you want to go to the Quasars before you go about the Bible.
The thing with the Christian school, right? And even with that, like I was going in there to study music.
Okay,
so I wasn't like I'm gonna go ahead and be a pastor. It was like I was still studying music there.
It was. So is it a school for like parents because your parents try to keep you sheltered?
Nah, it's just if you want to learn theology.
You can,
yeah.
But this is a Christian environment for you to learn get a secular degree as well.
Yeah, you could have did that. Like there was people going there for psychology.
Yes, so kids, parents who don't like, hey, I want you to go to school, but I've sheltered you and kept you in the church. Now I want you to just get your degree in the church. It doesn't have to be about the church, but at least you'll be in an environment that's supposedly.
Yeah, I mean that was some of it, and I think Nyack was just an easy school to get into.
There's that.
Yeah, it was like everybody went to Nyack, no matter what you did.
So you don't even have to have a Christian background.
No.
It was just easy.
Nah, if you want to go to school and you want to learn about Jesus, and there you go. And you can learn about other stuff.
Did you have to learn about Jesus?
Yeah, they had like chapel that you had to go to, things like that. But
none of that made it into. You went to Metal Gear Solid.
That was me.
Is it because of the Christian rap you were listening to wasn't on the level of?
That was another thing. That's a very, very good question. So I think as I started to listen to other things, and I also, and that's the thing with the church too, at the time, I thank God that I've been able to heal and move on from that. But I didn't want to be, after seeing how things was going in the church and just the things that I've experienced, I was like, I don't even want to be associated with Christian hip hop because y'all niggas is weird. And this is me at the time.
Weird, not like weird. All they do is pray every day.
Nah, but weird. Like it always felt like there was a disconnect between how they were living and what they were doing.
Yeah, the corruption. The duplicitous.
Yeah, it's just like, and I could respect the Jay-Z because that nigga will tell you he sold crack to his mom, and then he'll give you a Minority Report. But then he'll also tell you, like, on 99 Problems, like, oh, yeah, nah, this is not, I'm not really talking about a bitch. I'm talking about a dog. Know your rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all of these life lessons that I'm learning. Christian hip-hop at the time, it wasn't life in there. It was just, oh, God is good, God is great. And
But I think that's the funny thing is that I think that for you, we would just talk a little bit about that scene. Like, it doesn't matter what subgenre or genre you're in. Because there was an underground that was dope and had more like righteous people. It's just cross movement. Like, I didn't know cross movement, but I knew LA Symphony and Pigeon John.
Right.
And these were like, but there's still like a little bit of like a couple, you know, I mess with Christian rappers. I'd be like, man, y'all got all the baddest bitches. And I was like, how do you do it, bro? I couldn't do it. And he's like, you're supposed to try to be Christ-like, Murs. I was like,
yeah, like, but you know what I'm saying?
I was like,
so like, come on,
gee. I was like, that's almost predatory, bro. Like,
you know what I mean? And it's like,
not that I was perfect, but I was like, you can listen to my song, and I'm
right. And this, and I think that's the thing that kind of pulled me away for a long time. I was like, yo, this is and to your point, it was that. It was like, man, you would see and hear things a certain type of way, and then you start talking to these people, and it's just like, yo, you just demonized me in a record for saying such and such or whatever, but I was in a car with you when somebody cut you off in traffic. And we're using the same language. So why is that not portrayed in the music? Why are you two people? And even biblically, it's just like, yo, bro, don't be lukewarm, bro. If you're going to be hot, be hot. If you're going to be cold, be cold. If you lukewarm, God will spew you out his mouth. He don't do the middle. Don't ride the fence. So be who you are. So that forced me. So then it's just like, man. And like, just my friend group and the people that I was, after I started developing my own sound, it was rooted from the experiences that I've seen, the experiences and injustices that I've been through. And the people that would gravitate to me were your felons, were people who really went through things, people that go through heartbreak, people like fly niggas in Soho in New York City. Like, these are the people that would come to the shows.
So yeah, how do we get to the show? So we're back. You're trash.
Yeah.
8-minute songs trash.
Yeah, and then I started to get good a little bit when I started rapping.
And then so he gave you some, who's this guy that gave you the beats?
Tyler Busher. Yep.
Gave you some rap beats. Now you're ready for the rap. I told you wanted rap beats, and now I'm going to give you the rap beats.
Now here I am. So I made a mixtape on campus called, my first rap name was Composition.
Composition?
Yep.
Nyack State of Mind? Was that the name of the mixtape?
It was called Society 101. But I sold that joint on campus out of a little black garbage bag, bro, because niggas found out that I started rapping. I was singing at like talent shows on campus. Then I told niggas I wanted to rap. And there was this girl, her name is Kenya. She said, please don't rap. And I'm very defiant by nature. So because she told me not to do it is the reason I started taking it.
Thank you, Kenya.
Serious. Right? So words start going around, Oz Rap Now, whatever the case is. I make my mixtape. I go print out the artwork at Kinko's. I get the blank CDs, burn the CDs. I made $500 off that mixtape. Selling it out of a black plastic bag.
So where'd you get this idea that you could even do that? Like,
Tyler Busher.
Tyler Busher was like, yo, this is how we do it in the culture.
And then he was just like, yo, this is, I think people buy this.
But I mean, like, had he grown up with people selling their own CDs? Like,
Tyler Busher might have been the most cultured person that I met. This is like, he's grew up in Harlem, but he was like boys choir in Harlem. He was in there. His mother had him reading like the Celestine Prophecy when he was like 9. So like he's one of them, very, very knowledgeable, very into fashion and everything else, like just the whole experience. So he was like, he would give me homework. Like, yo, all right, cool. So this week you listen.
How old is he?
Bro, he's probably a year older than me.
Okay, so it's like,
yeah. So he's just like, yo, this week you listening to this, and then let me know what you think. And then the mixtape thing started growing years later. I had this like Soon You'll Understand mixtape, all Rockefeller beats. Like,
what year is this?
When I moved back to the city. I already started growing my hair by that time. So
you left school, dropped out, you got kicked out or dropped out?
I was on academic probation. I think every semester I was there. And then when I finally got my grade high enough to be like a regular student, there was a discrepancy because one of the classes that I did well in didn't count towards my GPA. So I ended up falling below the joint, got kicked out again, and I just never went back. So
what are your parents thinking of this?
So my parents didn't really know that I got kicked out of school. My brother was writing letters to the dean for me in between semesters, so I didn't have to tell my parents.
Okay. What was your brother saying? I know Oswin's fucking up.
Nah, it was like
on track.
He wrote the joint for me like, yo, look, this is my first time in school, whatever the case is. And the dean was very lenient, so he let me back in school.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forget it's college, it's not high school, so they don't necessarily have to let your parents know anything.
Which is why my grades were so terrible. I missed like 2 classes, and the professor wasn't like, hey, Oz, you missing classes. He was just like, hey, how you doing? I was like, yo, they don't give a fuck here. I'm never going to class. My GPA my first semester in college was a 0.985. You have to work for that, bro.
No, I graduated high school with a 0.5.
So you get it.
I took the same attitude. Just
like,
I had to take a few more ass whoopings.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom knew everything.
Yeah, I was like, oh, y'all don't call our parents? None of that? Oh, I'm what? So I just wrote raps all day.
Thank you for listening to this month's episode. We'll be back next month with the rest of this Oswin Benjamin interview. Until then, enjoy yourself. Make plans to be in Chicago one of these months for Groundwaves. I'm telling you, you got to experience, and there's something really special coming up the last week of August 28th, 29th, and 30th to be exact. That's when you want to plan to be here. If you can only do it once, this is the time you want to do Groundwaves. It's a special event. That's all I can say right now. It will not be the typical open mic format, but it'll be better or bigger. I won't say better. It'll be bigger. But yeah, I want to leave y'all with a song. This month, one of our real good Groundwaves homies, one of the fastest rising rappers in the nation, the homeboy Rico Shy dropped a new single from his new album coming soon. RECOECHI, Rico Shy. This is his new song, Mark 11:24. I love it. Hope you love it. He's an amazing artist. And you can see him at Chicago. You can see him at our big event in August. I'm out of here, y'all. Next episode, Oswin Benjamin Part 2. Stay tuned. Make plans to be in Chicago for Groundwaves if you can.
Yeah. Music theory genius, nigga. You see. Got this motherfucking belt on my hand, nigga. Folks them great. Yeah, I'm on that time today. Bitch, go throw them rhymes away. Fuck your debate. I feel a hate. The coldest out the side. Okay, go find you something safe to play. Been in this shit 2018. I found the sound to break them down. Send me a Zell like Pocket Dre. I spit shit, spirit levitate.
Thanks for tuning in to the Groundwaves podcast. If today's episode inspired you, please leave us a rating or review on Apple or Spotify. It'll help other folks like you find the show. If you're an MC or producer looking for a place to develop your craft and connect with real community, check out groundwaveshiphop.com or follow at groundwaveshiphop on IG. Don't forget to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Until then, keep creating, exchanging ideas, and loving on each other, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.